Welcome to the latest episode of Legit or Bullshit.
Twitter.
It's a good one. I think I would have said bullshit for Twitter for the longest time. I think it just is a load of crap. But lately with Twitter Spaces, it's making a comeback. I can see Twitter Spaces being quite powerful. They can sort their tech out, sort the voice out. I think it could be good. I'm going to say potentially legit.
Bill Gates.
Yes, that's a really controversial one, isn't it? I kind of like Bill Gates as an entrepreneur. He's not your typical entrepreneur. It's not how you perceive an entrepreneur, I guess. But I do worry about some of the ways that he thinks. And he recently slagged off Elon Musk, and I think he misunderstood what Elon Musk was talking about. Personally, I've also at points slagged off Elon Musk, so I've got to be a bit careful. I'm not throwing stone in glass houses, but I'm going to say I'm not sure yet if he's legit or bullshit. I mean, of course, he's incredibly intelligent, but I also wonder what his motives are sometimes. Anyway, I don't want to feed conspiracy theories. I'm going to say I'm not sure right now.
Gender reveal parties.
Wow, I actually caught this on YouTube the other day, someone talking about this. And let's say legit. That way I won't get hated, I think.
The X Factor, like a TV show.
The X Factor, the TV show. I think it's getting a bit old news, isn't it? I still feel like ever so often it's a bit clickbaity, but I'm going to say legit, good fun.
Day trading,
total bullshit. People that say that just clicking a few buttons and making a fortune and making it seem like they've got some philosophy around investing and making them a fortune, one day they're going to be broke. And then they're not going to show it, and they're going to start selling you a course online, telling you about how to buy it online. And I just think that actually day trading is completely soulless. You can't really control what happens to gold or what happens to currency, so you're really just guessing. And therefore, you might as well just go to the casino and have some fun. At least you know what you realise it's betting, it's gambling, which is all day trading is. So I think complete bullshit.
Award ceremonies.
If it's hosted by Ricky Gervais, I'm going to say totally legit.
If you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and
fuck off, I think was what he said to everyone at the Oscars, right? Get your crappy award. Don't come up on stage and start giving, preachy speeches about the way the world should be while you get driven in your limousine everywhere. So I kind of, I'm going to say bullshit unless Ricky Gervais is hosting it.
Flying business class.
Flying business class, what a waste of time right now. If you fly in economy, you can get 4 seats. Because no one's flying. So why waste money on business class if you can get economy? And actually 4 seats is more comfortable than flying business class. Plus, personally, I thought I'd made it when I thought I could fly business class. I was like, right, I can afford business class now. And I went in business class with my little baby, and the baby cried. I mean, if you ever tried to stop a baby crying, a 3-month-old baby from crying, it's impossible. You can't ask it to stop crying. And these snooty people in business class went and complained to the stewardess. Can you please tell that man to stop his baby from crying? Fuck off. So total bullshit business class. Stick with your people in economy, that's what I say.
University.
Total bullshit university. I think it's a big scam. Having said that, I can already see the negative comments to this comment. I know that for certain jobs, let's say if you want to become a doctor, you should probably go to university. The only thing I'm going to throw a spanner in the works on that one is say that I have seen technology. I was recently asked to invest in a startup that is replacing the GP, the general practitioner. That's what they call doctors in the UK. And replace them with a machine. First of all, if you've got a cold, you can't go to the doctor anyway because they think you've got COVID. So actually, you can't get checked by a doctor anymore, human doctor. A machine, however, didn't have an argument with its partner the day before and make a mistake diagnosing what's wrong with you the following day because of it. Doctors 3 out of 10 times get what's wrong with you wrong. A machine gets it wrong 0.07% of the time. Anyway, long story short, I think it's definitely, for me, bullshit going to university. Definitely bullshit, unless you're going into something very specific. But if you're going to do marketing, just go work for a marketing company or start your own marketing business, for example. Don't go to university. So definitely bullshit.
Clubhouse
is... first of all, I should admit I'm an addict to Clubhouse. And I've been controlling myself lately and not going on as much, and I'm reconnecting with my family because of it. So on a personal level, I think you've got to be a bit careful you don't get addicted to these things. It's very addictive. That being said, I'm going to call it somewhat bullshit. There's a lot of grandstanding and a lot of posturing, a lot of talk, and that makes it a bit bullshit. But as a platform, I love voice. You can't fake it on these platforms like Twitter Spaces and Clubhouse. It has to be you, and you have to be you. You can't pay someone to draw or create nice pictures that go on Instagram to make you look cool and get followers. On things like Clubhouse, it has to be you, and that bit I really like. That's legit. There's no need for verification because it's literally you, your voice. So in that regard, I think Clubhouse it might be the MySpace before Facebook, but I think it's legit. I think it's really interesting social media, really social media. So I'm going to call it legit.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. I mean, I have to admit, I deliberately avoid a lot of his content. I don't know why. Ever since the original kind of drama with him, it put me off him. He's willing to kind of film dead bodies and so on, and not understand culture and those things. It annoyed me a bit. But having said that, I have accidentally watched a few of his things lately, and he's really creative. He's really interesting. He doesn't let these knockbacks stop him, which I admire in anybody. I like people that don't give up even when they're frankly hated. They still continue to be themselves and push the boundaries. His creativeness is pretty interesting. This NFT scam worries me. But that he's involved in a little bit, I guess. Creating
cards.
Yeah, Pokemon cards. I mean, again, collector's items is good, but I think when a celebrity buys them, it can increase the value. It's a bit like manipulating the stock market by saying, I'm thinking of buying Tesla shares. I'm thinking of selling Tesla shares. And I feel that's a big player saying that. The shares go up and down. Same with things like Pokemon cards, right? If he gets involved, suddenly more people buy them and it inflates the price of the ones he's holding. Anyway, I'm still going to call him legit because he's a content creator that I think, if you want to be interesting in this world, you've got to be a bit out there. So I'm going to give him a thumbs up legit.
Saving to retire.
Saving to retire. I would say do not bother until maybe you're 47 and a half and you have not yet made it and you feel like you don't. And then you better start thinking about a pension, a mortgage, things that 20 years from now will be paid off so that you at least maybe have something for retirement. But I would wait until 47 and a half years old before worrying about that. I think invest in yourself. Spend as much investing in yourself. I don't know if anyone plays Monopoly listening today, but the key to winning Monopoly is just buy everything you land on and then hope for some luck that you can turn those landing on things into houses and those houses into hotels and those hotels into income. And that's basically, I think, a good metaphor for life. So don't spend too much time saving, but invest in things that can give you a good scalable future.
Apple products.
Apple products. I'm an Apple fan. If you're in front of me right now, I've got every Apple product there is. So I have to say legit. But Apple Car, which I know is coming out, I think it's going to be interesting. I think Apple's not actually the best product, but it is the best ecosystem. So can they continue to improve their ecosystem? And if they do, they'll be legit. If they don't, they can become bullshit. I mean, BlackBerry was the king. Many of you listening to this video might not realize there was another company once called BlackBerry, and they were the rulers of the world, and then they didn't innovate, and they became bullshit. So I think Apple right now still legit. Potentially could become bullshit.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Why do you keep giving me people that have really ridiculous conspiracy theories linked to them that make me want to talk about them, but I know I'm not allowed? I think Tom Hanks I think the theory is that he's dead already and that there's this stunt double kind of guy living Tom Hanks' life and he's slightly evil, manipulating the world. So am I personifying that bullshit story by talking about it? But I think he's legit. Come on, let's be real. There was someone that was going to dominate the world and take it over. Would they really be doing a movie about being shrunk, or being suddenly an adult? I don't know. I don't think so. Better ways to dominate the world, right? TikTok. I think it's legit. I can see a lot of potential in TikTok, but like any platform, it's got all sorts of pit holes in the road ahead of it. I can see that it's pushing towards making the content creators king, which I think is important, monetizing, giving those content creators an opportunity to make income from being on the platform. But definitely it's got some potential opportunities to get knocked out of the park by other players. There's of course YouTube's new system. There's all sorts. There's a new platform called Clapper that just pinged me, said, please come on Clapper. I've signed up to it, I'm using it. It's not, in my view, yet a competitor to TikTok, but there's all sorts of threats. So I'm definitely going to say TikTok. I really love it. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy being on it. And as long as you can control the addiction of these things, I'm going to call it totally legit.
YouTube removing the dislike button.
I think that's a really good idea. I think it should. Dislike is a bit. Every time I see on one of my videos, if you guys do a dislike, I'm just like, why? What did I do wrong? Don't just dislike it. Give me a comment. Say, Simon, I didn't like the way you gave, Bill Gates a bullshit symbol. Tell me. Don't just click the dislike button. What's bloody wrong with you? I actually think it's my mum when that happens, by the way, because my mum doesn't like me very much. I'm like, my mum's gone on my YouTube and clicked dislike, but give me a reason for disliking me. So I think it's totally legit to get rid of the dislike button. Complete waste of time having it on there in the first place. So that's this week's episode of Legit or Bullshit. And if you agreed with my comments, let me know. If you disagreed, I'm also interested to hear. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the alarm bell so you don't miss any of our live broadcasts. We'll see you soon.